dear students. Welcome to EVS class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 9, how we get food from plants. We know that all living things need food. Food is essential for the growth of our body. It gives us energy to work and play. It also protects us from diseases. Children, from where do we get food? Yes, we get food from plants and animals. Now let us learn about food from plants. We eat different parts of a plant as food. We get food from roots, stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits of plants. Let us see some examples. We eat roots of some plants. Can you say some examples? Yes, sweet potato, radish, carrot, turnip, etc. We eat stems of some plants like potato, ginger, sugarcane, etc. We eat leaves of some plants like spinach, cabbage, lettuce, coriander, etc. Can you say some flowers that we eat? Yes, cauliflower, broccoli, etc. And we eat fruits of some plants such as orange, apple, banana, grapes, papaya, etc. The food we eat contains different substances which help our body to grow well and fight against diseases. These substances are called nutrients. The different types of nutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. For example, cereals like wheat, rice, jowar, corn, etc. contain carbohydrates, which provides us energy. Fats are present in oil, ghee, and butter. We get maximum energy from fats. The next nutrient is proteins. We get proteins from pulses like moong, chana, peas, etc. and also from milk, meat, fish, and eggs. In addition to this, we get vitamins and minerals from fruits, green vegetables, milk, etc. All these nutrients are essential for the proper growth of our body. Therefore, a diet which provides us all these nutrients in required amounts is called a balanced diet. I hope you understood what is a balanced diet. We know that plants are the major sources of our food, and plants give us cereals, vegetables, fruits, pulses, nuts, oil, spices, etc. We get cereals such as rice, wheat, maize, and oats from plants. We get vegetables like potato, cabbage, cauliflower, and carrot from plants. We get fruits like orange, grapes, apples, pineapple, bananas, and mangoes from plants. We get pulses like kidney beans, green gram, Bengal gram, and peas from plants. Plants give us nuts such as almonds, cashews, and pistachios that we enjoy eating. We use different types of oil for cooking. Children, from where do we get oil? Yes, we get oil from oil seeds. Can you say some oil seeds? Look at the pictures. Here, groundnut, sunflower, mustard, sesame, and linseed. These are some common oil seeds. We get spices from plants. Pepper, cardamom, chili, turmeric, cloves, cinnamon, ginger are some of the popular spices. These spices give flavor to our food. Indian spices are very popular worldwide for their taste and aroma. We use herbs such as basil, coriander, mint, parsley, etc. These herbs add flavor to our food. Children, do you know how does food reach our table? Let us watch this video.
First, the field is ploughed. Seeds are sown in the soil. Field is watered at regular intervals of time. Manure and fertilizers are added to the soil. Unwanted plants called weeds are removed. Once the crop is fully grown, it is harvested. The harvested crop is stored in gunny bags and kept in godowns. It is then sent to the wholesale market or mandi. Wholesalers buy it from the mandi and sell them further to retailers. We purchase the food we need from the retail shops.
The foods that we eat reaches through a long process, that is sowing of crops, irrigation, harvesting, packing and selling. Children, do you know what is agriculture? The large-scale cultivation of land by farmers is known as agriculture. What is cultivation? The process of preparing the land and using it to grow crops is known as cultivation. And harvesting is the cutting and collecting of the ripened crops. I hope you understood the journey of food from farm to kitchen. Our next topic is community eating. Children, do you know what is community eating? When a large number of people eat together in the same place, it is called community eating. The meals served in these places are called community meals. And this community eating promotes social equality, community service, and the value of sharing with others. Let us see some examples of community eating. Weddings, festivals, and birthdays are some social occasions on which people eat together. Apart from social occasions, there are some other occasions when many people eat meals together. For example, in gurudwaras and temples, community meal is served. Langar is a free meal served in gurudwaras and bandara is served in a temple. Community meals are also served in the common dining halls of hostels and boarding schools. These are the schools where students study and stay with other children. The boarding school mess provides all students the same kind of food at fixed times with a fixed menu. It teaches good eating habits to students. Next is midday meal scheme. Children, do you know what is midday meal scheme? Midday meal scheme is a large school feeding program launched by the Government of India to provide a balanced and nutritious cooked meal to school children. This scheme was started with a view to increase the enrollment in schools, as all the children receive the same food. And this scheme promotes equality. Next is cultural diversity in food. People in different parts of our country eat different kinds of food. Let us see some examples. Gujia is a special dish prepared in North India on Holi. Muslims prepare a special dish called Sevain on Eid. Christians prepare special cakes with fresh and dry fruits on Christmas. In Kerala, a special meal called Onasadhya that is prepared during Onam and is served on a banana leaf. In winter, people in Bengal and Assam make different types of pith, and people in North India eat gajak along with popcorn during Lohri celebrations. I hope it is clear. Now we are moving to our exercise part. Our first exercise is choose the correct option. Number 1. Which of the following is an oil seed? Option A. Kidney beans, B. Sesame seeds, C. Moong dal. Correct option is option B. Sesame seeds. Number 2. The process of preparing the land and using it to grow crops is known as option A. Cultivation, B. Harvesting, C. Agriculture. Correct option is option A. Cultivation. Number 3. The process of cutting and collecting ripe crop is called option A. Plowing, B. Irrigation, C. Harvesting. Correct option is option C. Harvesting. Number 4. Langar takes place in a option A. Church, B. Mosque, C. Gurudwara. Correct option is option C. Gurudwara. Number 5. The Onam meal is called option A. Onasadhya, B. Bandara, C. Langar. Correct option is option A. Onasadhya. Our next exercise is fill in the blanks. Number 1. Cinnamon is a dash. Answer is spice. Number 2. In cooking, we use different types of oil that we get from dash. Answer is oil seeds. Number 3. Dash is the main food crop that is grown in the eastern and southern parts of India. Answer is rice. Number 4. Dash promotes social equality, community service, and the value of sharing with others. Answer is community eating. Number 5. In winter, people in Bengal and Assam make different kinds of dash. Answer is pith. Our next exercise is write T for true or F for false. Number 1. The farmers always sell their produce in a mandi. That is false. Number 2. We buy food that we require from the retailer. That is true. Number 3. Langar is organized only on Guru Parabs. That is false. Number 4. Bandara is an example of community eating. That is true. Number 5. Gajak is eaten along with popcorn during Lohri celebrations. That is true. Children, today we learned about what is a balanced diet, different food from plants, journey of food from farm to kitchen, and community eating. I hope you understood today's class. Thank you, children.